What's up, YouTube? Guy in the camo hat here. Got another video for you. Today we're going to be dipping on some Copenhagen straight, as we usually do. And I barely have anything left in this tin. This isn't even really considered. There's nothing in here, but it's probably going to fall apart in my mouth. That's gone. I have a bottle with me today because my mud jugs need to get washed out and they smell like ass. I have this with me. I bought this just yesterday. I've been waiting to open it, which is why I have absolutely no dip left. But I've been waiting to open this because when I got it yesterday, on the way home, I was looking at the 5-can roll, and I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. Well, first off, I've been getting 5-can rolls for about a year and a half now, maybe, just due to the fact that they're usually cheaper. And due to the fact that it's convenient just to have the logs, because you just put it in your fridge or your freezer or whatever, and you only have to go out for dip once for every 5 cans instead of having to go out every single time you want a new can of dip. This was surprisingly, this was only 15 bucks. Which was really surprising because logs, 5-can rolls, sleeves, whatever you want to call them, in my area usually range from about $17 to $19 for Copenhagen. That's either the wintergreen or the long, straight long cut. So I was pretty happy that this was cheap. But in addition to the whole not having to go get a can every time you need a new one, when I went and got this, just taking the bus there to the gas station, which is on the other side of campus, and then walking back, because on the weekends the buses run every 20 minutes, that took a half hour just to go make a dip run, where if I had a car, which unfortunately I don't, that probably would have taken 10 minutes maximum. Probably would have taken only like 5 minutes. But let's get down to what the video's about. We're going to talk about the warning labels. Warning: smokeless tobacco is addictive. Yes, smokeless tobacco is addictive. Anything with nicotine in it is addictive. But so is coffee, so are energy drinks, so is Coca-Cola. Why doesn't the government mandate that these companies put warning labels on their products? That's something that I'm kind of confused about. I had more to say on that, but I don't remember what it is at the moment. Oh yeah, there's this one guy in my anthropology class who's a more heavy-set guy. He actually drives me up a wall because he asks the most retarded questions in class. But he's got this little. He's a pretty big guy. He's got this little blue windbreaker that he always wears around. So I see him in class, and then he's not hard to miss, or he's pretty hard to miss if you see him walking on the quad, just because of the fact that he's such a big guy. And I'm not hating on him because he's a big guy, and it might be genetic or something like that. But every single day in class, and every single time that I've seen him on the quad, he always has a can of Coca-Cola in his hands. I've seen the guy outside of class maybe like 5 or 6 times, and I see him every single day throughout this entire semester. I've seen him, and I have yet to see him without a Coca-Cola can in his hand. So that right there, he's addicted to it, and it's harming him. Although I can't really say anything about what he chooses to put into his body on a channel where I'm putting tobacco products into my body, because that would just be hypocritical. But that's just something that I would like to point out and bring to your attention, that the big soda companies and things like that have lobbyists where they can work with the FDA and stuff like that and not have the warning labels that tobacco has to put on. Warning: this product can cause mouth cancer. Now, I don't remember if this was debunked as a myth or not, but I'm pretty sure it is, but we're going to use it anyway. Why don't phone companies in their commercials and stuff like that have to put a little disclaimer: using cell phones can cause brain damage, radiation? I was too lazy to check before the video, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't actually happen. But let's use another example. This is completely ridiculous, but why don't they have to put warning labels by doors and windows, so that if you're going outside, you know that being exposed to the sun can cause skin cancer? Or at least in the tanning salons, why don't they have to put a giant black sign like that in one of their windows that says exposure to UV light can cause skin cancer? Third warning label: this product can cause gum disease and tooth loss. I don't know how many of you actually, I can't stand having this baby dip in my mouth. I was shooting to go for 8 minutes on this video, but that's obviously not going to happen. Oh, and that's how I've always taken them out, and you just kind of push it down, and then the next can's right there, which kind of bugs me because they've been pretty shitty recently about sealing that right there, and that always pops out. So what was I talking? Oh, this product can cause tooth loss and gum disease. I don't know why candy companies aren't required to put that on their product as well. You know, like really sugary, like Nerds and stuff like that. Or I don't know how many of you follow Outlaw Dipper, but I know he was talking in one of his videos while he was working on a fishing boat up in Alaska over the summer. I don't remember if he cracked one of his teeth or if he actually like split it in half, chewing on butterscotch hard candies. Why aren't butterscotch hard candies and jawbreakers and gobstoppers and things like that and fireballs, why don't they have to put a warning label on the product saying biting down on this product can cause severe tooth damage? Now, I understand that these are all real extreme and just like crazy. It sounds like crazy talk when I put it that way, that the government would be intervening in our lives that much. But if it's so crazy, what makes this okay? That's my argument, is how is this different from the other stuff? And I do realize that if they really took me seriously and they did all that shit, our country would be filled with a hell of a lot more pussies than it is right now. And just like people like being scared of getting hurt and shit like that, where even though it wasn't my time, but like back in like the 70s and 80s, even when I was a kid, I was always outside playing, and you fall, you skin your knees and stuff like that. Helmets and knee pads and elbow pads and stuff like that, like, that wasn't, my parents enforced it when I was real young, but then when I was like maybe like 10 or so, that all went out the window. And it was, you're gonna fall, you're gonna get hurt, so that was your decision, suck it up. It's the same thing with the government. They don't have to hold our hand through our lives and warn us about every single choice that we decide to make, because we live in America and we should be free to put what we want into our bodies without having all these fucking warning labels on them. Just because our government, or the FDA and all that other shit, has the tobacco companies and the alcohol companies by the balls, as opposed to all the other big companies who have our government by the balls. That's just my 2 cents. This has been the guy in the camo hat, and I will see you all later.